Hello, good evening, everyone. Happy Friday, and welcome back to another episode of Paranormal Gateway ParaTalk. If you don't already know who I am, my name is Teresa Kraft. I am the founder of Paranormal Truth Seekers, and my co-host that is always with me is Scott Wise, and he is the founder of Ghostly Gateway Paranormal Investigations. There we go. I spit that out all at once and didn't have to stop this time. So tonight we are doing something a little different. We have not done an episode like this yet, and I think we're actually going to maybe kind of make this a series. You know, maybe once a month throw one of these videos in, maybe twice a month, something like that. You know, Scott and I will have to work out the details on that, y'all. So, but we'll definitely let you know. But what we're going to be discussing tonight is some of the most haunted locations or most well-known locations or even just places that maybe they're not on the radar so much, but they're on our radar. So that is what we are going to be discussing with you all tonight. So how are you, Scott?
I'm doing well. I'm getting ready to set this up. It's the first time for me doing this, so you have to bear with me.
You're good. You're good.
All right. Let's see here.
While you do that, I'm going to take care of sharing this out on some of our other platforms, mister. And if you guys are new and you don't know, if you happen to miss any of our lives, there are ways that you can go in and rewatch the lives. You can go back into our Facebook page that is specifically meant for our show, which is Paranormal Gateway ParaTalk. You can also find both of our pages on Facebook as well. So mine is Paranormal Truth Seekers, and then Scott's Facebook page for his team is the Ghostly Gateway Paranormal Investigations. We also both have websites where you can go in and rewatch any live streams that we do, and you can find them on the links to them on our Facebook pages. So do not hesitate.
Okay. I see. We got it here.
And I'm going to pull this up on my other screen, Scott. That way I can see it a lot better. I'm using my phone this time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I don't like my webcam like camera. So either I need to just break down and get a new one for my laptop or just keep using my phone.
So it's showed now?
I can see the screen. It says that it's loading.
All right.
Yes, now it has the picture up for the Myrtles Plantation.
Oh, wonderful. Actually, yours. Okay, I see it too. Wonderful. Okay. So it's okay to keep it like that, or do you want it bigger? I mean,
you can keep it like that. I can see it because I have my big screen over here, so
I can
see it over here.
Yeah, I can do this once. I'll show you if it does any difference. Here. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Not sure what it would look like. There you go. There, now yeah, whole thing. It's a little bigger for everybody.
I can see it just fine.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and go next. I'll go to the next frame. I'll let you know when. I'll go to the next slide. There you go.
Okay, so there's like a slight delay from our screen to what our viewers are seeing. So I'm going to give it that second here for it to pop up.
Okay.
It's actually kind of nice using two different devices because we can really see it as they are seeing it. So the Myrtles Plantation is a historic home and former antebellum plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, United States. Built in 1796 by General David Bradford. It is touted as one of America's most haunted homes. There are a variety of legends surrounding the Myrtles. The house is reputable, built over an Indian burial ground, and the ghost of a young Native American woman. Is that Chloe, I'm assuming? Maybe has been reported.
Chloe, yeah.
Is it? Okay, I just want to make sure the pronunciation. The plantation house is rumored to be on top of an ancient, oh, you got me here, Scott. Is it Tunica Indian burial ground? Tanika, okay, Indian burial ground. It is currently a bed and breakfast, offers historical and mystery tours. It's one of America's most haunted homes. It's been featured on many paranormal shows, guys. The plantation is supposedly the home of at least 12 ghosts. It is often reported that 10 murders occurred in the house, but historical records only indicate the murder of William Winter. He is an attorney who lived in the plantation from 1865 until 1871. He was shot by a stranger. After being shot, he staggered inside the house and died trying to climb the stairs. To present day, visitors as well as employees in the hotel still hear his dying footsteps.
Okay, there's a couple more slides for that one.
Okay.
Is that Chloe?
Is it pronounced Chloe?
Chloe,
okay.
Yeah.
Now hang on, I'm going to wait for it to come up on the big screen. That way I can read it. Because I can't read it on my phone. Possibly the most well-known of the Myrtles' supposed ghosts, Chloe, was reportedly a slave owned by Clark and Sarah Woodruff. According to one story, Clark had pressured or forced Chloe into being his mistress. Other versions of the legend have Chloe listening in at keyholes to learn news of Clark's business, dealings, or for other purposes. After being caught, either by Clark or Sarah, one of her ears was cut off, and she wore a green turban to hide it. Chloe supposedly baked a cake containing extract of boiled and reduced
Oleander
leaves, which are extremely poisonous. The various legends diverge as to why she did this. A housemaid who was getting the favor of the mistress was a suspect, with some saying she was getting revenge on the Woodruffs, and some saying she was attempting to redeem her position by curing the family of the poisoning. Her plan backfired. Only Sarah and her two daughters ate the cake, and all died from the poison. Chloe was then supposedly hanged by the other slaves and thrown into the Mississippi River, either as punishment or to escape punishment by Clark for harboring her.
I hate to burst your bubble. Wait till you hear this next slide. It's still the same. It's still about Chloe. Continue. Read this.
Yeah, there's a lot. There isn't it. There's a movie that is like somewhat based off of that story, isn't there?
Yeah, but read this part here.
The historic record does not support this legend. Well, damn it, Scott. There is no report of the Woodruffs owning a slave named Chloe or any slaves. The legend usually claims that Sarah and her two daughters were poisoned, but Mary Octavia survived well into adulthood. Sarah, James, and Cornella, right? Yeah, were not killed by poisoning, but did succumb to yellow fever. Regardless of the factual accuracy, some believe a woman wearing a green turban haunts the plantation. Okay. Well, damn.
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for bursting my bubble there, Scott.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wow. All right, next one pop up is going to be Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. So Scott comes up.
Okay, it came up on my phone. I'm just waiting for it to come up on my biggest screen. It's hard to read from my phone.
It's working pretty good. This.
Yeah, I like the slideshow thing. Yeah. There it goes. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Subsequently, the Westin State Hospital was a Kirkbride psychotic, not psychotic. Well, yeah, psychotic.
Psychiatric, yeah.
Psychiatric hospital that was operated from 1864 until 1994 by the government of the U.S. state of West Virginia in the city of Westin. Westin State Hospital got its name in 1913, which was used while patients occupied it, but was not changed back to its original commissioned unused name, the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, after being reopened as a tourist attraction. So paranormal claims. A few ghosts are known to the staff, including Lily, a playful child believed to have spent her entire life at the hospital. Oh, that's sad. She is known for her laughter and interest in playing games, and some reports of balls rolling on their own near her room suggest that she is an active part of the asylum community.
I would love to go there. Huh.
I know. You and me both. We will get there.
All right, next one pop up. It's going to be the Crescent Hotel in Teresa Springs, Arkansas.
Arkansas. Since the construction in 1886, the Crescent Hotel, considered the most haunted in America, has served several purposes: luxury resort, conservatory for young women, junior college. But the strangest mark on its history came in 1937 when it got a new owner, Norman G. Baker. Baker was a millionaire inventor who decided to pose as a doctor despite having no medical training, and turn the hotel into a hospital that could cure cancer. He was eventually found out and run out of town. Paranormal claims. Reports say that Norman is still hanging around. Good old freaking Norman. Crescent Hotel is said to be haunted by at least 8 ghosts, ranging from a 5-year-old girl to a bearded man wearing Victorian clothing.
I'd like to go there too. I like to hear all of these.
I know. I like the asylum. That's probably where I'll end up someday.
Next is the Whaley House.
All right, we got the Whaley House, San Diego, California. Okay, the Whaley House is considered to be the most haunted property in San Diego and has been officially listed by the United States Department of Commerce as an authentic haunted house. The land that has occupied the house occupied was once the site of San Diego's public gallows and had many executions carried out on the property. Many spirits are still hanging around. No pun intended. Paranormal claims. First known sighting was 1960s when the house was designated as a haunted house. First mention of a ghost was that of Yankee Jim, real name James Robinson, convicted of grand larceny and was hanged where the house now stands. The location of the hanging in the house, some visitors report feeling a tightening around their neck. Dang. I think it'd be cool to go next. So.
Lizzie Borden next.
Oh, see, I want to go to the Lizzie Borden too. I got that on my radar. I'm gonna wait for that one to pop up on my big screen to see it, because that's a whole lot of that's a whole lot right there. Come on. Why are you not popping up? There we go. In 1845, in the city of Fall River, Massachusetts, 92 2nd Street became the home of the Borden family, the scene of 2 brutal hatchet murders. The Lizzie Borden family, or the Lizzie Borden House, named from the main suspect for the murders. Ever since the gruesome event that took place on August 4th, in 1892, paranormal activity has been reported regularly from staff, guests, and also during tours of the house. On the morning of August 4th, 1892, when making up a bed in the guest bedroom, the stepmother, Abby Borden, was struck from behind by a hatchet 40 freaking times. When Andrew came home, he was killed with the same weapon, being struck 41 times. No matter the relation to the victims, Lizzie's dark and sinister behavior made her out as a prime suspect. She was arrested, then released because there was no evidence. The community shunned and viewed her with suspicion and disdain. She was cleared of all charges, but the public's feelings toward the matter, a famous playground chant was born. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. And that is something that is heard all over. That is not just a Massachusetts thing, y'all, just so you know. Paranormal claims, hearing sounds of a woman weeping, ghost of Abby straightening out the covers on the bed, hearing conversations and footsteps running up and down the stairs when there were only the ones there, and doors opening and closing on their own, and lights flickering.
Oh, we gotta get to this one.
Ohio State University, also called the Ridges.
Yeah.
Ridges, formerly known as the Athens Lunatic Asylum, was renovated for the university. Oh, no, okay, I thought it was popping up on my other screen. There it goes, yep. Ghostly presence have been felt throughout. Maybe something to do with all the dead bodies buried underground there. Spirits of the dead students seen roaming the halls, and slaves be seen using the Underground Railroad. The hospital was condemned as inhumane, many patients tortured with electric shock and lobotomies. The ghost of a missing patient, Margaret, is it Schilling?
Schilling, yeah.
Whose body was discovered a month later on a top floor, has been seen wandering around at night. There, to this day, is a stain on the floor and of an outline of Margaret's body. Ooh, interesting. Paranormal claims. Spirit of dead students, spirits of slaves, Students hearing scratching noises on floorboards. That's kind of creepy. Doors opening and slamming shut. Sounds of water splashing in a pool where there is no longer a pool. Female basketball team that perished in a bus crash, and hearing sounds of the basketball bouncing and talking and laughter.
That too is real active.
So how far is that away from you?
Not far, about probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, why the hell haven't we got there yet, Scott?
The one girl that was on our team said she knew somebody who gets in there, and she's not really around anymore. So I don't know if she saw it's a connection or not. I'll have to check into it though.
Oh shit. Okay.
That'd be awesome to get in there.
Heck yeah. Oh, is your puppy whining?
Can you hear her?
Yeah. Daddy's not paying attention to me.
She wants up on my lap or something. She's too big for that.
Oh. Up next, we got the Union Cemetery in Easton, Connecticut. Union Cemetery, located in Easton, Connecticut, is considered most haunted in the state. Throughout the years, paranormal investigators and tourists have flocked here to get a chance to witness and capture evidence of the spirit of the White Lady or Red Eyes. White Lady has been seen often around the cemetery. One tale is that she murdered her husband and is bound to the cemetery as a spirit. Others believe she died while giving birth and is roaming around the cemetery looking for her child. Red Eyes, this spirit has been seen occasionally, seeing a pair of red eyes at night. Some believe the spirit is Earl Kellogg, who in 1935 was set on fire and killed. Feelings of being watched and hearing footsteps all around them. That's horrible. What a way to go.
I'd say.
Right?
Yeah.
Horrible.
Well, kill me and burn me. That's the other way around.
Right? Like burning me wasn't enough. Like, you had to do some more damage.
Next up is the Pine Barrens, home of the Jersey Devil.
Oh, yeah. Jersey Devil, which we have talked about before on this show. Okay, the heavily forested Pine Barrens spans over 1 million acres and 7 counties in New Jersey. The area thrived during the colonial period, host to sawmills, paper mills, and other industries. People eventually abandoned the mills and surrounding villages when coal was discovered to the west in Pennsylvania, leaving behind ghost towns and a few supernatural wanderers. The most popular Pine Barrens resident is the Jersey Devil. According to legend, the creature was born in 1735 to Deborah Leeds, her 13th child, with leathery wings, a goat's head, and hooves. It flew up the Leeds chimney and into the Barrens, where it has reportedly been killing livestock and creeping out South Jersey residents ever since. Interesting.
If you get a chance to go on and see the Barrens, you see how, it is huge.
Oh, it is. We did
Well, it's over 1 million acres.
Google Earth or whatever it is, where you can, go over different areas. Why is my computer not working with me?
Yeah, I don't think it'd be too fun to run around there at night. No way.
No, you wouldn't do it?
No. Well, if I somebody,
God.
I don't know, if somebody else goes with me. I don't know, or what you do.
Maybe during the daytime.
Well, it's still dark here during the day.
That's true. That's very true.
Hey, here's the one you put in. Stanley Hotel.
Okay, yes, Stanley Hotel,
There's 2 slides here.
which I would love to get to sometime. So the Stanley Hotel, the story of the Stanley Hotel itself began in 1903 when a Yankee inventor, Freeland Oscar Stanley, arrived in the Peaceful Valley. He was weak and underweight due to symptoms of consumption, which back in that time was huge. A lot of people had got it. But to his amazement, in just one season, his health became better than what he was before. Overjoyed by this, he vowed he would return each summer for the rest of his life. However, he and wife Flora, they had something up their sleeve. And with them being so used to a very sophisticated East Coast society and with little to no stimulation in the little community, him and his wife set out to build this beautiful grand hotel. The Stanley opened its doors in 1909. It's located about 90 minutes northwest of Denver, Colorado. The Stanley offered 420 rooms, electric lights, telephones, suites, a full staff of uniformed servants, and a fleet of automobiles were at their disposal. By the 1970s, though, unfortunately, the hotel's splendor had faded due to lack of care and investment. It may have actually succumbed to the wrecking ball, if not for the very infamous author Stephen King's visit. After just one night's stay, it was enough to inspire his third major book and first hardback cover bestseller, The Shining. Pretty infamous movie. I think most people know of The Shining. The hotel stands today as a beautifully restored testament to its glory days when it served as a holiday retreat for the wealthy. The Stanley Hotel features a variety of rooms with known paranormal activity. The infamous 217 suite, in which was the room author Stephen King had stayed in. Rooms 401, 407, and 428 are favorited by the members of TAPS, the Ghost Hunters. The apparition of Mrs. Stanley, so Flora Stanley, has appeared to guests who are checking in. The piano can be heard playing a tune at times. Shadowy figures have been seen throughout the hotel, eerie laughter, flickering lights, items moving on their own, and possibly the spirit of Elizabeth Wilson, who was a chambermaid that was nearly killed in the 1920s when a gas leak resulted in an explosion in room 217 that destroyed the second floor above the main dining hall. She returned, and this is the crazy part. She actually returned back to work after she recovered from her injuries, and she held a position at the Stanley Hotel until her passing at 90 years old.
Wow.
Awesome.
Man.
Woman's kick-ass, man.
Oh,
She's
how's
kick-ass.
that? This was the Winchester House.
This is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Winchester House is, in my opinion, I think it is probably one of those locations that almost every paranormal investigator wants to get to sometime in their career.
Oh yeah,
they want to get there. So the Winchester House. This is a very, very, very unique location, guys, and it's the most unique location I've ever heard of. The home was once owned by Sarah Winchester, who was the widow of William Winchester. If you don't know who William Winchester was, well, he's very well known, and all I can really say, and hopefully that doesn't get taken down because of the language here, but If you have heard of the Winchester guns, then you know who William Winchester is. He was the man. Before moving to California, Sarah and William had lost an infant daughter of childhood illnesses, unfortunately. And just a few years later then, Mr. Winchester had passed away from tuberculosis. So shortly after his death, Sarah actually left their home in New Haven, Connecticut, and moved out west to San Diego, California, which is where the Winchester is. This started out as only an 8-room farmhouse, and it is now to be described as what could only be the world's largest home renovation that was only stopped when Sarah had passed away on September 5th in 1922. So from 1866 to 1922, when Sarah passed, the construction seemingly never ceased. The workers would work day and night. As once farmhouse grew into the world's most unusual and sprawling mansion. This place has incredible features, guys. So here, we're going to go down through the list. It is 24,000 square feet. It has 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 160 rooms, 52 skylights, 47 stairways and fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 13 bathrooms. If anyone's ever got to pee, there's plenty of bathrooms, 6 kitchens. The Winchester was built at a price tag of $5 million back in 1923, which is equivalent to $71 million today. But what remains is indeed a mystery. Even before her passing, rumors of the Mystery House being built by an eccentric and wealthy woman swirled. Was she instructed to build this home by a psychic? Was she haunted by the ghosts of those who fell victim to, the Winchester guns? Did construction truly never stop? What motivated such a well-educated, and if you don't know Sarah's history, she was a very well-educated woman. And she was a socialite as well. So, what made this woman cut herself off from the rest of the world and focus almost solely on building the world's most beautiful yet bizarre mansion? If you have not yet watched the movie, I highly recommend you do. It really does shine a light on, what could have been happening at that home. So, a lot of people know the Winchester home, for it being where there's doors that lead absolutely nowhere, and there's stairwells that lead absolutely nowhere. You open a door and there's a brick wall, y'all. St. Augustine Lighthouse. Now, this is in St. Augustine, Florida. The lighthouse has also been featured on some of the paranormal investigation teams on TV. But the lighthouse is well noted to be one of the oldest structures. This 219 spiraled stair lighthouse is still in operation today. 2005 marked the lighthouse really getting put on the map for the paranormal industry. This is when the TAPS team went and did their first investigation there. Although it is hard to say who all haunts the lighthouse, many believe the laughter and small figures seen are the children of, okay, I'm going to try not to butcher this poor man's name. I want to say Hezekiah Pitty, a superintendent of the lighthouse construction from 1871 to 1874. Now, unfortunately, on July 10th, 1973, during the construction of the tower, the foreman's children were playing on a supply cart that ran on the tracks to where the modern salt run is now. When the cart hit the gate, the children were trapped until a worker was able to lift it up. The two youngest children, Edward and Carrie, survived, but unfortunately, the two youngest children, Edward and Carrie, survived. Two oldest children, Eliza and Mary, they did drown, unfortunately. The lesser known part of this tragedy, though, is there was also another child involved that did not survive. There was also a 10-year-old African-American girl who was playing with the children and unfortunately had also drowned. We do not know the name of this girl because it's, again, a very unfortunate. It was never recorded. It is also believed by many that lightkeeper Joseph Andre still resides within the lighthouse walls. On December 5th, 1859, Joseph was painting the tower when the scaffolding failed and he had fell about 60 feet to his death.
Man, and the whole family's cursed. Jesus.
Did you see the episode when Taps went and investigated there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. That was a pretty good episode.
It was the Poinsett Bridge.
Poinsett Bridge.
Bridge.
South Carolina, y'all. So the Poinsett Bridge is one of the oldest bridges in the whole state of South Carolina. It is not only one of the oldest surviving bridges in the state, but perhaps the oldest in the Southeast region. It earned its place among the National Register of Historic Places in 1970. You can walk over to the other side of the bridge and also walk under the 15-foot Gothic arch if you don't mind getting your feet just maybe a little wet. Below the arch, there is a shallow waters of Little Gap Creek, which runs right underneath, like I was saying. Poinsett Bridge is a lush, shaded, very quiet setting, and all that lies within immediate reach is the 120-acre Poinsett Bridge Heritage Preserve, as well as the Boy Scouts camp of Old Indian, and further off out in the distance, there are a few residences. At night, the bridge takes on a completely different feeling. Several locals have claimed that they have been unable to start their vehicle when getting ready to leave. A light is then said to move toward them. They say to hear a very loud scream when the light gets pretty close to them. Screams and lights seem to be the most frequent occurrences at the bridge. Some of the screams are said to be coming from the arch area of the bridge, while others say they hear the screams coming from the top part of the bridge. Red, white, and green lighted dots have also been seen floating on the mountainside. Some say they are very similar to that of a lantern. Some also sense more of a fear-instilling presence while they are there. One local also reported seeing a white figure at night walking around. A team who investigated the bridge back in 2008, who had reportedly taken about 400 pictures, claim that out of those 400, nearly 100 had some type of phenomenon that was actually, recorded through the pictures. They captured an unexplained mist of a man-sized proportion and shape. At the same time, an investigator had reacted to hearing an audible external noise. So if you don't know what an external noise is, we're not hearing it by playing back a recorder. We're hearing it with our own ears. They got several hits on an EMF, which they then actually tried to debunk several times, as this maybe just quite possibly being a natural occurrence. But when testing the area with another device, they would not get any hits by using another device. So pretty cool location.
Yeah.
Kind of
going there.
in like the middle of no fucking where.
Yeah. Yay. Let's do it.
I would. I mean, that I probably would, because it is. I mean, I did read a little bit more into like that area and stuff like that, and it does say that like it does have an area. Let me see. I think I actually still have that. I think I still have it up on my other screen.
Yeah, we have about 15 minutes to chat.
Yeah, so it says from Traveler's Rest, so I'm not sure what that means. You need only take a 20-minute drive northeast to discover this historically significant landmark. There to the right to get on Callahan Mountain Road. The bridge will be on your left, but you'll need to park in the lot on the right side of the street. So it's not like it's too far away from kind of how it seems from, like a main road or something.
Right.
So kind of cool.
Yeah, because I get to a moon tunnel out here.
So what other places do you have on your radar?
I don't know. I think there's a few. I saw Indiana out your way. What's the one you showed the other day about going to that was so damn expensive?
That
That was crazy. They wanted $150 a person. What?
What was that? The one that was that in Arkansas? Right?
I forget. I just on my mind.
Yeah,
No,
I think that was
that's some
Arkansas.
place I'd like to get to. I'd love to get the
Sally
price.
House.
Huh?
The Sally House.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Sally. Yeah. Which that thing is ridiculous, but whatever. They gonna do it, they
Yeah.
can. But
I'm
I'd
a
like
little
to
bummed out.
get to Prospect Place. That was a good one to get to.
Yeah, and you said there's a bunch of cemeteries out here, out our way, that like we could get to too, which would be really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, just get out for a weekend and hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Leave the guys' pets in Pennsylvania back home. We'll go check out the cemeteries out here.
Well, their own thing.
We love you guys.
Yeah,
we do.
we
We
do.
really do.
Yeah. They could do the same thing back here. It's plenty of Pennsylvania for them to do.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah. I still like to get Bill to go to that one cemetery that like he vows he'll never go back to. I'm like, damn it, Bill, I want to go.
Which one?
It's somewhere around the Pelham area, I think.
Oh yeah, out there with him.
Yeah.
First time you went, and last time you went.
Yep.
Yes, he took you guys once.
Nope, he won't go back. We talked about it, but he won't go back.
Yeah.
Don said he'll take me.
I'd go again.
Hell yeah, I want to go.
You have to make sure
that enough for Bill not to go back. I want to go.
Isn't that the one that's right behind the house?
Yeah.
You walk up the driveway, it's behind the house.
Yeah, you literally walk right. Yeah.
We spent about an hour there.
We go back to PA just to go do that sometime.
I think when he left, that might have been around the same time that he had stuff moving his garage. I think that's why they got some nasty talk on their radio and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why he got back. But
yeah, and I saw the video.
Yeah.
Of the pit moving in his garage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, what a lot of people don't realize is, being a paranormal investigator, there are risks. There are absolutely risks that we take in doing this. Not only are we taking the risk of, depending on where we go and investigate, we may have to worry about the terrain or the stability of the home or, just the location, the building, the complex, whatever. We yeah, we do also have the risk of bringing something home with us. Yeah, Scott,
And
someone
take care of
wanted
the
to ask.
cripple. The cripple with the cane.
Right. That's okay. We'll just carry you. We'll just carry you wherever we need to get you, okay?
You know, to carry a rock or any carry around.
We could do that.
Yeah,
I could always try to find one of like an old used, like, one of those hospital, like the ones they put up in the ambulances.
yeah.
Got wheels. We're good. Heck yeah. Now I shouldn't say was, I am a little disappointed because I did a lot more digging in and researching on that shit. What was that called? Whispers Estates,
Yeah.
something like that. Remember that place that I was telling you guys about out here in Indiana?
Yeah.
When you have the chance, you will have to jump on Google and just look and see at some of the shit that is posted, because there are more reviews in posts and forum posts saying that don't waste your money, don't waste your time, it's bullshit. And I'm like, wow, that's really disappointing. Like, really disappointing.
Yeah.
Like, apparently they actually do things to try to, like, fake shit at the place.
God.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anybody got time? Anybody got time? Shit you see on TV.
Oh, Lordy.
But we do. So for those of you who do not know, we do have a pretty big investigation coming up. It is coming in hot, y'all. Coming in hot. Right? So we will.
I can't wait for that one.
I know. We will be at the infamous Hinsdale House in Hinsdale, New York, April 2nd through the 4th. So we will be there for a full weekend, guys. And when I say that we are looking forward to this, that is such a total understatement in how we all feel. Like, we are beyond amped up for this investigation. It's going to be the first time that we have ever actually been at the same location for a whole weekend. So we're going to be able to have more time to focus on trying different experiments and stuff like that. And the one thing any of us can vouch for is the fact that, yeah, I mean, some of these places that we go and we investigate, I mean, right or wrong, Scott, we would absolutely love to have more than just a one-night investigation.
Right.
You know, it opens up the window of opportunity for more stuff to happen. You know, sometimes it's almost like the first few hours that you're at a location, it's like nothing happens. Nothing wants to happen. But then, like, the longer you're there is when shit starts happening. And then, like, that's almost around the time that you're about ready to pack up and, you know, and go home, which sucks. It sucks when it happens.
It's cool the whole weekend. I mean, we get full days and everything. Like some places you go to and they will charge you so much money to go to these places, like $500-$600, and you're going to have a 4-hour investigation. That's crap. You know, it takes you an hour sometimes, depending on what you're doing.
If not longer. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Well, thankfully, the places we at least had 7 or 8 hours to do it. So,
right.
I can't complain about that. And we could have had longer in Selma, but it's a 2-hour drive. So,
right. Yeah, and the price for Hinsdale, and considering how long we will be there, I mean, I think is very reasonable. Could you imagine trying to stay a whole weekend at some of these other places? Oh my goodness gracious. You are probably talking and looking into like a grand, if not more.
Well, the highest state reformatory out here, that big jail area, you know where it's at. They
Right.
want, for investigations, guess how much it costs for a night?
For a single night?
Yeah.
Is it more than what we're paying for the Hinsdale for the weekend? Is
Um,
it really?
Take that and by 10 times it. How much you paying for it?
What?
I'm guessing. What we pay for Hinsdale? I forget what we pay for.
For Hinsdale for the whole weekend, we're paying $500.
Right. Take that time. Well, stick that times 6.
Oh my God.
They say here it's $3,000 to pay for it, but you can have up to 30 people.
Who the hell has 30 people on their team? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know a single team that has that many people on their team.
That's
wow.
crazy, yeah.
The only way I see that even being suitable is if you are allowing guests to come investigate with you, but then you've got some liability freaking issues you got to worry about with having guests. I mean, yeah, you know, like we invite guest investigators to come investigate with us. There's contracts that need to be signed, you know, because there's liability issues there. Wow. That's crazy.
That's why I took advantage of doing the paranormal convention there, and that's what's at this year. That's what's at this year. So I want to go. I'll fight to get my life stake. I'm going.
When is that?
I think it's the 21st of May. I think it's May 21st.
21st of May.
I think it is 21st, 22nd. Where the Saturday
That sounds right. That sounds right because I know you did. Hold on, I just want to jot this on like my tablet.
I had a ball last time. I definitely want to go again.
Yeah, I have been looking into some of the Paracons and stuff like that are going on, this year. And it's kind of nice because the longer I was online and I was looking at them, there were a lot of them that unfortunately had to be canceled last year because of this whole COVID thing and everything. But it really does seem like a lot of the places are, they're on for this year and they're going to make it work. Regardless, they're going to make it work. I don't know if I shared it with you. If I didn't, I'm going to have to do it. There is one out here in Indiana that I think we should go to, where they get a good portion of very well-known people in the para community to come to this convention, to this Paracon. I don't think I did send it to you. I think I was going to talk about it, and then we had all the technical issues and stuff like that last week. Yeah, guys, we apologize for last week, but we had nothing wanted to work right for Scott for some reason.
Not at all. I was so freaking pissed. Because, every week you don't know what we go through to get it. We do research and stuff we talk about and whatever we're going to talk about. So you do all that and it's like, damn it,
Right.
So that's what you kind of talk about tonight, a little bit. Or we were talking about it last week. We kind of covered that tonight. So.
Yeah, I think maybe next week we should cover some of the Paracons and talk about some of the Paracons with everyone.
Yeah.
throw out the locations. It's nice because they are in different states. It's not like all of the Paracons are out here in the Midwestern, area, guys. Like, Paracons they're scattered, all over, not just in the United States either. They're elsewhere as well too. So maybe we can touch into them a little bit next week, and depending on how much time we have, we could go over some more of the locations that most haunted, or just we like in general. I have not done it yet, but I do want to reach out to Dan from the Hinsdale House. He has already said he will come on our show, so I would like to get that scheduled and booked. I'd really like to get him to come on and talk about the Hinsdale House and the history. I was going to cover the Hinsdale House tonight, and the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll let it come from Dan. Like, he's the expert about that. Like, we'll let it come from Dan. Like, he can do it. And I do think he does have a better understanding of what may be fabricated stuff versus what is really linked and true to the house. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So to have him on as a guest, especially since we are closer now to our investigation at the Hinsdale, I think would be just like awesome sauceness. We should do that. I'll have to reach out to him. Maybe I'll do it yet tonight, or I'll wait and do it tomorrow.
Yeah, but the Paracon, what we did was we got there right when the doors open, which is a good idea to do. You can either take a guided tour or you can take a self-guided tour. I think it's $20 for one, and it's $15 admission. I think it's $25 cheaper, effectively, but that's worth that, I think. But if they're set up the same way, go straight downstairs. It's where they have all the famous ghost hunters, whatever.
Okay.
And then they're mostly set up anyways, so they're just waiting around. So I was down there talking to Steve from Ghost Hunters for about half an hour before anybody came down.
Awesome.
He is. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he was funny. We got to talk to him. We got to talk to what's that famous psychic dude? I forget his name now.
Coffee?
Huh?
Coffee?
Yeah, he was actually. Talked to him a bit. Yeah, I suggest that because when we got to leave with the exit without down there, and it's so crowded they couldn't get through. Yeah, you couldn't get through. So I suggest if the people you want to see, do it first before, because a lot of people do the tour right away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like when you go to an amusement park, go very back end, then you start there.
Right. Yep. And you start your way forward. We'll have to say something to Bill and Don and see if maybe we can get our other guys out here and, and do that all together. I think that'd be awesome if we could all go to like a Paracon together.
Yeah, it's like an hour drive down the road from me. So.
Okay. Yeah. Not for them, but so would an hour more for me or an hour less for me? Because you're about 2 hours away from me.
Oh, I'll try to figure out which way it is from me. I'm not sure. I don't want to tell you. I don't know.
Okay. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Let's just look this shit up.
Yeah, damn it.
Damn it.
Get your shit straight.
Damn it, Scott.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, talk about this week and make a list of stuff to talk about next week. And in a couple of days, I'll put it up.
Okay.
I'll share it next week.
That sounds good to me.
So it's like a plan.
Yeah, that works for me. And as always for our viewers, we are always taking requests too. If any of you have any recommendations, any suggestions, anything that just you're not familiar with and you would like to have it covered, you can message our, oh my God, any of our pages, honestly. You can find our personal pages on Facebook. You can find our team's pages on Facebook. I went over them earlier. But you can also find them on the paranormal, the ParaTalk page as well. So, I mean, yeah, don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know if there's anything that you would like to hear us or see us cover. Right?
Yep.
Right.
As long as it's paranormal.
Exactly. So with that said, guys, I think we are going to go ahead and wrap it up for this evening. And we will see you guys all again next Friday. Bye.
Peace.